And he said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, there are some here of them that stand by, who shall in no wise taste of death, till they see the kingdom of God come with power. And after 6 days Jesus take with him Peter and James, John, and brightened them up into the high mountain apart by themselves. And he was transfigured by them, and his garment became glistening exceedingly white, so as no fuller on earth can whiten them. And there appeared unto them Eli with Moses, and they were talking with Jesus. And Peter answered and said to Jesus, Rabbi, is it good for us to be here? And let us make 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Eli. For he knew not what to answer, for they became sore afraid. And there came a cloud overshadowing them, and there came a voice out of the cloud, This is my beloved Son. Hear ye him. And suddenly looked round about. They saw no one any more, save Jesus only with themselves. And they were coming down from the mountain. He charged them that they should tell no man what things they have seen, save when the Son of Man should have risen again from the dead. And they kept the sayings, questioning among themselves what the risen again from the dead should mean. And they asked him, saying, How is it that the scribes say that Eli must first come? And he said unto them, Eli indeed come first, and restoreth all things, and how it is written of the Son of Man, that he should suffer many things, and be set at naught. But I say unto you that Eli is come, and they have also done unto whatsoever they would, even as is written of him. And when they came to the disciples, they saw a great multitude about them, and scribes questioned with them. And straightway all the multitudes, when they saw him, were greatly amazed, and run unto him, and saluted him. And he asked them, What question ye with them? And one of the multitude answered him, Teacher, I brought thee my son, who hath a dumb spirit, and whosoever is taken him, it datheth him down, and he foameth, and girdeth his teeth, and pineth away. And I spake to the disciples that they should cast it out, and they were not able. And he answereth them, and saith, O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you, and how long shall I bear with you? Bring him unto me. And they brought him unto him, and when he saw him, straightway the spirit tare him grievously, and he fell on the ground, and wallowed foaming. And he asked his father, How long time is it since this has come unto him? And he said, From a child, and oft times it has cast him both into the fire and into the waters to destroy him. But if thou canst do anything, have compassion on us, and help us. And Jesus said unto him, If thou canst, all things are possible to him that believeth. Straightway the father of the child cried out and said, I believe, help thy mine unbelief. And when Jesus saw the multitudes came running together, he rebuked the unclean spirit, saying unto them, Thou dumb and deaf spirit, I command thee, come out of him, and enter no more into him. And having cried out and torn him much, he came out, and the boy became as one dead, insomuch that more parts said, He is dead. But Jesus took him by the hand, and raised him up, and he arose. And when he was come into the house, his disciples asked privately, How is it that we could not cast it out? And he said unto them, This kind can come out by nothing, save by prayer. And they went forth thence, and passed through Galilee. And he went not that any man should know it. For he taught his disciples, and said unto them, The Son of Man is delivered unto the hands of men, and they shall kill him. And when he is killed, after 3 days he shall rise again. But they understood not the saying, and was afraid to ask him. And they came to Capernaum, and when he was in the house, they asked him, What were ye reasoning on the way? But they held their peace, for they had disputed one with another on the way who was the greatest. And they sat down and called the 12, and he saith unto them, If any man would be first, he shall be last of all, servants of all. And he took a little child, and set him in the midst of them, and taking him in his arms, he said unto them, Whosoever shall receive one of such little children in my name receiveth me, and whosoever receiveth me receiveth not me, but him that sent me. John said unto him, Teacher, we saw one casting out demons in the name, and we forbid him, because he followed us not. But Jesus said, forbid him not, for there is no man who shall do a mighty work in my name, and be able to quickly to speak evil of me. For he that is not against us is for us. For whosoever shall give you a cup of water to drink, because you are Christ, verily I say unto you, he shall not wise lose his reward. And whosoever calls one of these little ones that believeth on me to stumble, it were better for him to have a great millstone were hung about his neck, and he was cast into the sea. And if thy hands cause thee to stumble, cut it off. It is good for thee to enter into a life maimed, rather than having thy two hands to go into hell, into unquenchable fire. And if thy foot causeth thee to stumble, cut it off. It is good for thee to enter into life halt, rather than having thy 2 feet to cast into hell. And if the eye cause thee to stumble, cast it out. It is good for thee to enter into the kingdom with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into hell, where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. For everyone shall be salted with fire. Salt is good, but if the salt have lost its saltiness, wherewith will ye season it? Have salt in yourself, and be at peace with one another. This was the book of Mark, chapter 9.